What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Raw review. This one is from July 31st, 1995. This week's Raw begins with Mabel being carried out like a king to the ring, where he is taking on a jobber. He is now the number one contender for the WWF Championship. He won the King of the Ring, and that's really all you need to know as to how. You don't have to like it, but it's who they're pushing, so let's just truck through this period. Splash into the corner, into a belly-to-belly for the win. King Mabel gets on the mic and tells us that at SummerSlam, he will not only be king, but he will also be the WWF champion. No shit, Sherlock. That's how it works. Can you imagine? I mean, we just had Yokozuna as champion. Actually, I say that, but at least Mabel can cut a promo, somewhat. So in reality, he would be an upgrade from Yokozuna. They continue playing vignettes for Fat 2, his upbringing from the ghetto to become a WWF superstar. I wonder if he ever met Stanley from The Office in this ghetto. They also played one of these vignettes last week, but I forgot to mention it. Not really much to go over there. Then we have Jerry Lawler going to the back to interview Shawn Michaels. He says that the majority of people want Sid to give Shawn what he's got coming to him, so it looks like it'll be Sid versus Shawn at SummerSlam. Jerry is talking tough, so Shawn Michaels offers to give him a match, but the coward that Jerry is says he took a journalistic oath and he can't wrestle. Then it gets a little bit more interesting. Take a listen.
No, I wouldn't, because then there'd be two of you.
Why don't you do all the fans a favor and keep the jacket on? And you know something? It's a good thing you're not a wrestler, because to call you a wrestler, come on now. You're barely a broadcast journalist. Now, you sure you want to get in the ring with me? You sure you want to challenge me? Because you know, the more I think about it, and the more you push me, the more I'm thinking maybe you and I should have it. Maybe you should have it. Maybe here on Monday Night Raw, somewhere, sometime. Come on, Kingfish. How about me and you?
Hey,
How about it, huh?
Don't push me, because I will. Let me tell you something. I'll take this crown off. I'll take this jacket.
Oh, you're petrifying me.
No, I took the oath. I took the journalistic oath, which obviously you didn't take, or you'd still be hosting the show. But they got the hook on you.
Hey, they were begging me to get back in the ring and begging for you to get out, so I had to get back and have this show.
You want me back in the ring, Shawn Michaels?
Sure
big
do,
shot,
Kingfish.
big heartbreak.
Yeah. Come on, King. Put your money where your mouth is, chump.
If it wasn't for the oath.
Shawn, they're telling him what I've been saying this whole time. Telling Jerry he's trash without saying it outright. But to be honest, I'd be down to see Shawn versus Jerry, just so I can see Shawn kick Jerry in the face. Next up, we have Bam Bam Bigelow taking on a local enhancement talent. He picks up the win with a flying headbutt. Bammer in no real feud anymore after the last pay-per-view. He's now just floating around, which I will say, while he's not doing anything important, at least they still feature him. You got a talent like him, you better use him for something. Next up, we got the sellout, Shane Douglas, or Dean Douglas as he's now being called. He goes over the word beast to describe Bam Bam Bigelow. Beast from the East is what he's referencing there. Douglas grades Bam Bam with an F, just because he has an ugly face. Oh, and speaking of upcoming, we get another short vignette for Goldust too. Next up, we get some quick words from Jim Cornette regarding the tag title defense they got coming up against Razor Ramon and Savio Vega. Then we have another jobber match. This one is for Skip. He took an L back a couple weeks ago to the man, the myth, the legend, Barry Horowitz. However, it was not on Raw, so he's still in contention for the Raw Dominance Award, Skip that is. I think the Dominance Award will be for the year instead of an ongoing thing. So let's say right now was the end. Helmsley would win and have the award named after him forever. Then next year someone would win the Helmsley Dominance Award, and the only way that the award would change names if someone surpasses the amount of wins that was set by the previous person it was named after. So I did catch a spot in the match where Skip dropped the guy on his neck with a suplex, but these guys were built different, so the match kept going. And by different, I mean that they were taking pain pills and taking steroids, so nothing really hurt these guys. Skip takes him to the top and delivers a superplex for the win, and then some great camera work, I will say, as Sonny celebrates with Skip after the match. Then we get the SummerSlam update. Diesel tries to cut an angry promo on Mabel, but it looks like he's just telling us a joke the whole time. He looks like he's smiling and ready to start laughing after he finishes talking. We also get Lawler and Yankum telling us that at SummerSlam, Isaac will be facing Bret Hart. I'm looking forward to this for one reason only, because if you think about it, the sooner it comes, the sooner it'll be over. So next we have the tag team title match. As Racer and Savio come out, the mayor of merchandise is still employed. I could have sworn they would have fired him after last week, but he's out here promoting a Razor Ramon shirt, and Racer tosses it over his face. So they just continue to bully this guy. I don't understand it, but it is what it is. Getting into the match, they work on Owen Hart for a while before he rolls away and tags in Yokozuna. Again, they don't even try to protect Yokozuna anymore, as Savio knocks him out of the ring easily after a dropkick. Later on, they end up taking control of the match after a leg drop to the back of Savio's head. Racer eventually gets the hot tag. He cleans house, delivers a bulldog to Yokozuna, but Owen breaks up the pin. They do this nice spot where they send Owen and Yokozuna into each other, and Yokozuna remained standing up, but Owen went flying, which was the funny part. It's the little things sometimes, you know. Racer catches Owen in the Racer's Edge and pins him for the win. But wait! Referee Earl Hebner notices that Owen wasn't the legal man, so he says the match must continue. But because Jim Cornette was all in his face, he ejects him from ringside. The match continues and they start beating up Owen, who is now the legal man. This goes into another commercial break, but now Owen is back on offense and tags in Yokozuna. They restarted the match only to lead up to the Racer hot tag once again. It wasn't that hot the second time. Racer hits a chokeslam, but it took too much out of him, so he doesn't go for the cover. He signals for the Racer's Edge, but the show ends before there's a winner. Vince McMahon said that if the match didn't finish before the broadcast, the match would be restarted next week. Now, does that mean that it will be a fresh new match, or are they just going to show us the ending from this match on the next episode? I have no idea. It looks like we'll get this and so much more answered on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. So because there was no conclusion, I'm not really sure what grade to give this. It was building up to be a decent match, and I was leaning towards a good grade, but because the match didn't end, and the rest of the show was basically jobber matches, I think I'm going to give this one a bad grade, but it'll have an asterisk attached to it. But yeah, not much else to say about this episode. We got a month before SummerSlam. We'll see what else they give us and if they can create any interest in the WWF title match. But until the next one, I am out.